Okay, as we continue talking to people here at CPAC, a gentleman that we have talked about before, but we've never really met in person yet. Alan Waters, a pleasure to meet you, sir.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. When I saw you, I got excited. I said, it's the FAIRtax Guys.
All right. Explain, what do you do? You're running for Congress in 2022.
Yeah, Rhode Island and District 1. So that's state of Rhode Island. And currently, the David Cicilline is the current congressperson in that district in the state.
Rhode Island is kind of blue. You think you can overcome that and get elected?
Well, if you have any fear of that, then the answer is you won't even get up in the morning and try. But I think that I can, because the state is small, so therefore you can do a lot of grassroots and get out to see the people, and it's early enough to make a difference.
Right. Now it says right here on the on your card. Now we'll have to insert a picture of this card. Here is Alan Waters for Congress 2022. Common sense solutions, mainstream values, and right under that says, "I support the FAIRtax Act in Congress."
I have been supporting the FAIRtax Act for years now, and I've ran for different things. And consider me the FAIRtax candidate always and often. And people even get excited about it when I speak about it in Rhode Island. I see on my social media.
How many people do you talk to who have never heard of the FAIRtax and don't know what you're talking about? You have to educate them on what it is.
Well, I think still most people still have to be educated on what it's all about. But I'm just glad that in my small way I can be out front for you.
How did you learn about the FAIRtax?
I learned about the FAIRtax because I think I may have seen it on the internet one time and got interested. And then I met some of the principals or some of the leaders in the FAIRtax movement, a gentleman down in New Jersey. And from there, I just stayed with it because I really believe in it. If we're going to help America, reduce our costs, reduce corruption, and have a much simpler way about things, grow the economy, the FAIRtax is it.
I'm going to ask you a real tough question here. What's your favorite part about it? What really sold you on the idea?
Really? Well, we spend over $1 trillion to comply, and we could use that money for other things. And so I like that. The simplicity of the whole package. It's so simple that people will think, well, gee, how can that be? But that's what I like about it.
That is exactly my mother's reaction when I explained it to her. Why aren't we doing this already? It makes too much sense.
It makes so much sense. But think about it. To replace the federal income tax with a national sales tax on only new goods and services, rebate that tax up to the poverty level so it doesn't hurt the poor, and most importantly, close the IRS. It's beauty, just a beauty. The whole thing is a beautiful package. I love the FAIRtax Act.
How are you going to get your colleagues, if you're elected, to go along with them and bring them around to your way of thinking?
Well, it sounds like politics, so do for me and I could do for you, So hopefully just to be back and push it to the forefront and work really hard at it. And but what we want to do is keep it alive.
Absolutely. How do people get a hold of you, and how can people help you in your campaign?
Well, I'll tell you. One thing, go to my web address. That's alanrwaters.com. And you can see me on social media, Twitter, and also on Facebook, Alan Waters for Rhode Island or Alan Waters for Congress. And please send contributions, but most importantly, support the FAIRtax with me.
All righty. Well, I'm afraid I live in Florida, so I can't vote for you, but if I lived up there, I would.
That's right. Well, you know what? We need to, depending on your politics, I'd like to see the House go red again.
Absolutely. Well, this is really a bipartisan idea. You don't have to be a conservative or a Republican to enjoy getting your entire paycheck, to enjoy not having to fill out a tax return, to enjoy getting a tax refund every month. Why is this not more of a bipartisan issue?
I believe that there is so much corruption, so much favors buried into the tax code that the average politician who goes there not for the people, but for their special interests. But I'm a man of the people, and you're right. It's not one party or another. It's for the American people, and this is going to make America better for everyone. That's why I support it.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you on board with us. We'll be watching your race closely, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'd shake your hand, but I don't want to violate COVID protocol, so we'll just do it that way. Alan Waters on FAIRtax Power Radio. Thank you, sir.